Hi everybody, welcome to Mrs. Riley's Maths videos, and what we're looking at today is algebra, and we're using perimeter to help us to learn about algebra. And what we're talking about in algebra today is collecting terms. So basically, how do we add and subtract in algebra? And there's another video on this that doesn't use perimeter, so feel free to look at that either, but hopefully this one will be of use. So this is the worksheet we've been using in first year maths to talk about algebra and perimeter. If you remember, the perimeter of a shape is going around the outside of the shape. So let's just draw a quick shape here. So this is perimeter and algebra. Okay, so say we had a shape, say this was a hockey pitch. Okay, so there's our hockey pitch, and we wondered what was the perimeter of the hockey pitch. We'd need to know the length. So let's say each of these long sides was 100 meters and each of these short sides was 50 meters. What we mean by perimeter is the distance around the outside of the hockey pitch. So the distance around the outside or the edge of the hockey pitch. So imagine this was you here, and you started off walking and you walked along here. By the time you got to the far side, you'd have walked 50 meters, and then you walked along this side here, which is much longer. You'd have walked another 100 meters by the time you got to there. By the time you got to this corner, you'd have walked another 50 meters, and by the time you walked to this end here, you'd have walked another 100 meters. So altogether, you'd have walked 50 meters, 100 meters, 50, you'd have walked 300 meters. Now that M just stands for meters, but actually it's very helpful to us when we think about algebra and how we work with algebra. Let's draw another shape. And let's call this shape something different. Let's call it, I don't know, your swimming pool in your back garden. So let's say this side of this shape is 4a, and the opposite side, because it's a rectangle, is also 4a, because the opposite sides of a rectangle are the same. And this side is 2a, and this side is 2a. So again, you start here. Now, what you might be saying is, well, how much is a? And to be honest, when we're talking about perimeter and algebra at this very stage, we don't really need to know what a is. We don't need to know how big it is. We're just going to say that this side of the swimming pool is represented by 2a. That's a length of 2a. So we're walking along again. When you've walked this far, we're saying you've walked 2a. When you've walked along this side, we say you've walked another 4a. When you've walked along this side, you say you've walked another 2a. And when you've walked along this side, we say you've walked another 4a. Now, altogether, how many a's are there? Well, this one's got 2 a's, this has got 4 a's, this has got 2 a's, and this has got 4 a's. So that's 6a plus 6a, which is 12a. Altogether, we've walked 12a. Now, if we think about the other video, we could have just written that as a question or a problem that said add up 2a plus 4a plus 2a plus 4a. And we'd have got 2 and 4 is 6 and 2 is 8 and 2 is 12a. Okay, this is just a way of representing it. Now you'll notice in the next question we've got a rectangle and there's two different letters. So let's think about what that is. Okay, here's our next rectangle, and we've got B, B, A, and A. Okay. And what we're doing is, again, we're walking around this rectangle. So let's start in this corner here. And we walk around this side, and we have A. We walk along this side, we have a B. We walk down this side, which is an A. And we walk along this side, which is a B. So what do we have? We have, that's a bit tilted, sorry, that might be better. We have A plus A is 2A. And B plus B is 2B. Now, you might think, well, why can't I add 2A and 2B together and get 4AB? And what I was saying, like what I've been saying as I teach my students about this over the years, is that A and B are as different from each other as apples and bananas. So if you had 2 apples, there's 2 apples, and you had 2 bananas. My banana drawing, as you can see, is another of my strengths in art. 2 apples and 2 bananas. All you have is 2 apples and 2 bananas. You can't add them together. You just get 2 apples plus 2 bananas. Okay, let's do another one, because they do get a little bit harder. Let's take another shape, and this time the shape isn't just a rectangle. This time the shape is like a house shape. And let's say we had 3F and 2C and 5C and 2C and 3F. So again, walking around the outside of this, we walk up this side, we walk along this side, we walk down this side, we walk down here, and we walk down here. So what do we have? We have 2C plus 3F plus 3F plus 2C plus 5C, which gives me 2C and 2C is 4C and 5C is 9C. 3F and 3F gives me 6F. And remember, I can't add those two together. Now maybe you didn't find those ones difficult, but maybe you began to find them harder when you got down to the bottom or to the other side. So let's look at some of the questions on the other side. And I'm going to work them through on this page just because it's easier for you to see what's happening. So in this one, we're going up this side, along here, and along here. So let's work that through. So we've got 3H for going up there. We've got 5H plus 2C. Now that's a bit weird, isn't it? Because there's 2 different letters added together on that side. And I guess just for this, for learning about algebra, we're just thinking of this as one whole side, and we're writing it down. It's almost like it's in brackets. Maybe that would help. Plus 3H plus 5H plus 2C. So adding all those up, we've got 3H and 5H. Let's take away the brackets, because actually we don't really need those. So what we have all together are 3H and 5H is 8H, and 3H is 11H, and 5H is 16H. 2C and 2C is 4C. So my answer for that would be 16H plus 4C. Okay, let's take this one as well, because this is a bit nasty. 23. We've got 5A plus 2D. Starting here, we go up this side, 5A plus 2D plus 5A plus 2D, and then along the bottom plus 3D. So what we have is 5A and 5A is 10A plus 2D and 2D is 4D. 4D and 3D is 7D. So 10A plus 7D. What about this nasty one here? I think I might have to do this one on my page. So 29. Keep it there underneath. This is the one we're doing here. Okay, so 29. We've got 5H plus 2P, that's that side. Then we have plus 2H plus 4P, that's that side. Plus 3H plus P is that side. Plus 2H plus 4P is that side. So what I have is 5H and 2H is 7H and 3H is 10H and 2H is 12H. And 2P and 4P and P, oh that's a lot of P's, so 2P and 4P is 6P, plus 1P is 7P, plus 4P is 11P. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Question 38 looks really nasty. Let's do question 38. Okay, and again we'll just keep that, just have a quick look at it there. Okay, we'll maybe try and scrunch it up so we can keep it on camera. Okay, so there's 38. So what do we have? We have, let's start here, we have 4G minus 3K, and another of those plus 4G minus 3K, and another of those 2K minus G, and 6G minus 3K, and plus 2K minus 2K minus G. Oh, that's nasty, isn't it? So what do we have? We have, in terms of G's, I'm going to put this away, so just fix my camera. Okay. In terms of g's, we have 4g, and 4g is 8g, minus 1g is 7g, plus 6g is 13g, minus g is 12g. And we have minus 3k, and minus 3k is minus 6k, plus 2k is minus 4k, minus 3k is minus 7k, plus 2k is minus 5k, so 12g minus 4k. The last one that I'm going to look at is one like question 32. So in question 32, we're actually only given one side, but I'm presuming it's a square. It looks like a square. Okay, so let's draw the square. So what they're expecting us to know is that a square has all sides the same length. So I can fill those in. So I've got 6r minus a plus 6r minus a plus 6r minus a plus 6r minus a, which is 24r minus 4a. Now could I have done that without drawing in all the sides? Well, I could have done. I could have said the perimeter, which is what we're working out, was 4 times 6r minus 4a, 6r minus a. Or I could have written it like this, 4 times 6r minus a. And I would have known 4 6r's are 24r, and 4 times minus a is minus 4a. Okay, I know this is difficult, these ones, and we'll talk more about, because that's really multiplying in algebra. That's actually something we do a lot, multiplying out brackets. Let's just do the last one, which is 33. And in 33 we have 3t minus c and 2t minus c. And what we have is we've got 2 of these. So we have 3t minus c plus 3t minus c, and we have 2 of these plus 2t minus c plus 2t minus c, which gives me 3, and 3 is 6, and 2 is 8, and 2 is 10. 10t minus 1, 2, 3, minus 4c. 10t minus 4c. And again, doing it the same way we did it a minute ago, we could say we've got 2 by 3t minus c plus 2 by 2t minus c, which equals 6t minus 2c plus 4t minus 2c. Now if you don't get that bit, don't worry. We'll talk about it again. What I'm doing here is I'm multiplying 2 by 3t and 2 by minus c, 2 by 2t and 2 by minus c. So altogether I have 10t minus 4c. But please don't worry about the multiplying of the brackets, because we'll be doing lots of those again. Okay, I hope that helps. Have a look at the other algebra video and hopefully that will help too. Take care, bye-bye.